everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This video is one of a couple in a series that I'm doing around signs that your project is failing. I hope you found the previous two videos about this topic helpful. They were about how to make sure your projects are on time and on budget, and in this video we're going to be talking about the third component that you can see if your project is failing or successful, and it's around quality. So let's get right to it. What does it mean when a project is failing because of quality? Well, maybe what you'll see is there's going to be mistakes while you're delivering the project, or while someone else is delivering the project to you. Are there a lot of mistakes in their work? That means quality isn't where it's supposed to be, otherwise you'd be more efficient, you would be able to finish that deliverable much faster if quality was higher, but now you have to go fix those mistakes first. So having mistakes in work means that your project is failing because of low quality. Maybe the outcome of your project doesn't meet the right level of needs. Maybe your customers or your team colleagues or team members are surprised with the kind of outcome you're delivering, or maybe even your boss is surprised. Maybe the level is too high or too low. Actually, a project can fail even when the quality is higher than what others are expecting. If you're delivering the project to someone else, for example, and they're expecting lower quality and you're delivering something more expensive with higher quality, that's going to be a sign of a failing project. So what this means is you'll need to talk to your stakeholders or whoever's involved in the project, make sure you're all on the same page around what is the level of quality that we're all expecting from this and what can we do to get there. Another sign that your project is failing because of quality is you're always adjusting things. Maybe you're always making little tweaks here and there, but that probably means you haven't really defined what the quality is supposed to look like. So in this video, we're going to talk about a couple of things you can do to address these issues in more detail. The first thing you want to do is think through what level of quality it is that you need to achieve in order to be successful with this project. Where can you cut back on quality without risking success? Those are the kinds of questions you need to be asking yourself. You obviously need to talk to other people involved in this project to make sure everybody's on the same page around the level of quality that they're expecting. And that's going to be, a lot of communication back and forth. It's not just going to be one time that you talk to them. It needs to be on a consistent basis. Like, is this still the quality that we're going for? Or, you could even provide a sample, that kind of thing, to make sure that you're delivering it within the guidelines that others are expecting, like within the time frame, because if your quality is going to be too high, it's going to take longer. And maybe someone else wants it a little bit faster. Or maybe if the quality is too high, and others want it a little cheaper, then you need to cut back on the quality. And the same, obviously, vice versa. If the quality is too low, you need to raise it. So think through that and make sure that you know what you're going for in order to make your project a success. You can conduct a quality audit just like we talked about conducting a time audit or a budget audit in my other two videos around this topic. What are the high and low quality components? Are all of these components necessary? Can you cut the low quality components out of the project? What would that do to the overall success of the project? It's not necessarily you need to have all of the components, perhaps. And maybe you can just deprioritize some of the lower quality components. Maybe it's not worth your time investment to fix those, for example. So you need to conduct a quality audit to know what's going well, what could be going better, and what can you cut out. Or what could you delegate to someone else? Maybe someone else could do it a lot better. Maybe you could find someone who's doing a better job and doing it cheaper for you, so that would push your overall project along, in terms of making sure that you're not going over budget, or you're saving money perhaps even, or you're delivering it faster. So you definitely want to know what am I doing well already with this project? Where can I go improve the quality or lower it, depending on what the goals are. As I said at the beginning, you need to negotiate frequently with your stakeholders, so all the people affected by your project or participating with you in creating whatever you're working on. What can you reasonably deliver in terms of quality within the budget and time frame? I said it in the other videos I made around budget and time frame. Those components all interact, budget, time, and quality. You need to know for sure which of these is the most important component for this particular project that you're working on. If someone wants a project delivered tomorrow, then you might not be able to go for the high quality that you usually go for. You need to lower the quality for that outcome. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to deliver it tomorrow. And at the same time, if someone wants something a lot cheaper, than what you've currently planned, you need to see how can I lower the quality in order to meet that, and yeah, what would I cut out, and vice versa. So that's going to be a negotiation that you're going to have after you estimate quality, time, and budget together. That's going to be a consideration that you have to make, and you need to talk to whoever is involved in your project. And then finally, after you define what is good enough for your project, you need to set up a quality control. That could be a check-in, for example, with someone who is delivering something to you. Maybe it's going to be a work sample that you look at or that you provide to someone else. You can consider shadowing whoever is working for you, like maybe it's a new colleague who doesn't really know what they're doing yet, and maybe if you shadow them, you can identify where in their process they're spending too much time raising the quality of your project or lowering the quality of your project. Maybe you can give them some help here and there, some support to make sure they're hitting the right level of quality. And obviously, for all of that, you need to know really what is considered good enough in the context of this project, and what you think is good enough might change depending on the time frame or the budget. So you need to reconsider this for every project that you're leading in this area. You need to make sure that you know what you're going for. Otherwise, you can't make sure that your project is successful. So I'm hoping you found this useful to think through whether or not your project is successful. I'm hoping that you'll be able to implement some of the tips in this video to make sure that your project is not failing because of quality. So let me know in the comments below if this video was helpful to you and what you did to change your project's trajectory and make sure it was successful. And if you still need help with your project, don't forget to ask your boss for help. Do you have a good relationship with your boss? If you don't, check out the link in the description again, where I've created my free guide on my website. You can download it today, and it'll help you today to better your relationship with your boss so that you can rely on them more for support with your projects. They can help get you unstuck when your project is not working out the way you thought it would. So absolutely check that out if you don't have a great relationship with your boss yet. Or even if you do, maybe it can help you get an even better relationship with your boss. So again, download my free guide, and I'm hoping that this video was helpful for you, and I'll see you in the comments below.